good.
I know, but like cucumbers with vinegar is good. It doesn't taste good.
Guys, listen, we got a lot to do today. I want to start out here. Bless you. Guys, look at your homework. You have the green sheet there. Which ones? We can't spend a lot of time, but it's important you understand this process. It's going to get a little more complicated today. So look at the homework. See which ones you have issues with. And I'll be glad to go over them.
Dorian.
4 days to do it. Your Highness did it. Her Highness did it. While she was eating a dill pickle. Where did they come from? Where did they come from? All right. Guys, what do you think about the first 6? Or any of them, like, you look at them like, what the First 6, okay. Okay, what about the middle 6? How'd you do on 7 through 12? Guys, really quick. Look at the first 6, guys. Signs are the biggest thing, right? Look at the first 6. This right here tells you they're going to be the same sign. That's the only way you get a positive number when you multiply, right? Same sign. They're both what? They're both positive in the first 6. Look at the next 6. Again, they're all plus. Come on, sister. What the? They're both positive. Or excuse me, they're both the same sign. Now these 6, they're both what? They're both going to be negative in the middle 6. These last ones, a little more tricky. See how it's a minus on all the ending numbers there? That tells you one's going to be plus, one's going to be minus. That's the only way you multiply 2 numbers together to get a negative numbers. One has to be positive, one has to be negative. So these are the trickier ones because you have to subtract to get the middle number. Okay? And guys, if you did that and you got like a -4, if you checked it, just switch the signs. It'll, give you the other sign. Which ones you want to see on 13 through 20? Any of those kind of throw? Yeah, Mary. Sure. I got you. Okay, Mary, here's what I would do. Let me extend the page here. Here's what I would do on this one. Just so that's a -1. Okay? So I'm looking here, Mary. I'm going, okay, what multiplies to -20 that adds to -1? Okay, that's what we have to ask ourselves. Okay, so basically, when I have a negative number, you're going to subtract the 2 numbers. So what 2 factors of 20 have a difference of 1? What? 4 and 5. Okay, here, Mary, I agree with you. Now, 4 times 5. Now, they have to add up to -1, right? So the bigger number has to be what? The bigger number has to be negative. Okay? And this would be my answer. Now, could you write x minus 5 first? Absolutely. Does that make sense how I got that? The process there? Okay. Anybody else have any questions on those? Are you sure? All right. Let's get, okay, let's do this. Those shouldn't take long. Go ahead and do 1 and 2. They should not take long. What do you guys think? Don Columbus? It's your highness. Dang kids. Stop eating. Where's my cookies?
I actually made cookies and I forgot them.
I'm gonna try to do it. I'm gonna try.
I'm so sorry.
All right.
I'm serious.
Okay, number one, guys. What multiplies to 24 that adds to what? Anybody? Now, what's this tell me, guys? Look, this is important. The signs are the same. They're both negative. Okay? Guys, what multiplies to 24 that adds up to 14? What are the factors of 24? See, 1 and 24, and they're going to be minus. Okay? Does that add up to 14? That's negative 25. No. How about negative 2? Negative 12? Do those add up to negative 14? Winner, winner, chicken, din, din. So what do I write? Dorian, what do you write? Here's my answers. So what do you write?
X plus
Hey!
X minus 2, and then
I think I heard something when I did that.
parentheses X minus 12.
Guys, listen. If you don't understand this, you are in a world of hurt for today. World of hurt. I didn't say a little hurt, Jill. I said,
Oh.
all right, Mary. Okay. Guys, what's this sign tell me? Signs are going to be opposite, right? They're going to subtract to negative 1. So, guys, if I'm going to subtract two numbers, think about it. If I'm going to subtract two numbers that add up, that multiply to 42, don't they have to be right next to each other? In other words, like 10 and 11, right? 20, 21. Does that make sense? So, guys, what two factors, forget the signs right now. What are two factors of 42 that have a difference of 1? What do you think, Logan?
7 and 6.
Do you guys agree 7 times 6 is 42, right? Okay. Now, I know one's going to be positive and one's going to be negative. What do they have to add up to? Negative 1. So the bigger number has to be what? There's my answer, guys. That's it. That's my answer. Now, how can I tell I'm 100% right? Foil it. Foil it. Save time, I'm not going to foil it, but that's how you check. Now, here's what we're going to do. We're going to practice. We haven't done this for a while, so I want to do this. We're going to do this today. I want you to factor this by grouping. Remember, we did this. I think we did it on Wednesday, maybe. Okay, what number goes into, this is a 1, right? 1 and 7, it's just 1, right? What can I take out, though, of these two first terms? X to the second. Remember that? So I'm going to take an x squared out of both. This is called factoring by grouping. And we're going to do this today. Okay, what's left in my first term? What's x cubed divided by x squared? Just what? Just subtract the exponents. Okay, what about this? What's left in my second term? What do you think, Matt? What's left here? 7x squared divided by x squared. Dividing. Shake it off. We're dividing. We're taking x squared out of 7x squared. What's left? Well, don't those cancel out?
Yeah, so 7.
So what do I write?
7. Plus 7.
You have to write plus or minus. It's plus 7. Now, remember my first. Now, we're done with that. We're done with this. Now I have this. Remember my first term's negative, so I had to take a negative out. Okay, what goes in the, what's the factors of 3 and 21? 3. So what's it going to be, guys? Negative 3. Can't take an x out. They don't have both have x. What's negative 3 divided by negative 3? Now, I have to write negative 3 there because that's my GCF. Remember that? Have to write that. And then I have x. And then what's negative 21 divided by negative 3? Plus 7. Now, if I do this right, I should have the same thing in the parenthesis. And that's my common what? That's my GCF. So I'm going to write what? What's my answer? X plus 7. And then what's left? And that's what we're going to do today. We are going to do this skill today. You want to pass the green sheets over to Matt? Jill, don't you? I got this. You guys give everybody else. Everybody get one? Thank you.
I'll cook it up for you.
Thank you, sir. All right, let's just practice this. Why don't we foil this? Do you have this on there? Okay, foil that first one. And we're going to multiply. Multiply.
Honestly, never taught this. From like this level. No, like
I know what you're saying.
I've refreshed memories on it, but like I've never.
I got you.
So, whatever you guys think is the best bet. Yeah, well, I could get that.
All right. Guys, what's 2x times x? Okay, what's 2x times 4? 3 times x? And then plus 12. Yes. Now, what do you do here? Combine like terms. What do I get? Okay, here's what we're going to do today. Do you notice the first term here? All the ones we did on the homework, what was this term on the first x squared? What was it? Do you guys remember? Was there a number here or was it 1? It was always 1. Well, we're going to have 2 and 3 here now. I think for the most part. There might be some other ones. I think it's mostly 2 and 3. Yeah. Okay. It's going to change how we do things. Okay? We're still going to ask ourselves, what? Now, look, we're going to go from here to here. We're going to go from here to here today. That's what we're going to learn. Look, still what happens? 3 times 4 is still what? 12. Now, here's where 4 times 3, okay, doesn't add up to 11. Does it? Okay, so I'm going to show you a little trick, okay, to do that. All right, that's not, this middle term after we're done will not add up to, okay, will not add up to, the factors will not add up to this term. If there's another number besides 1 here, okay? Because if you look here, now, the ones we did before, let's see. If you look at this, 1 times 7 is 7. What's 1 plus 7? All these have 1 in front of the x squared terms, or whatever squared variable. It's different today. Okay, so we have to do a little something different. I'm not going to show you that. I'm going to get right to this. Oh, you're not showing me, huh? It's not on your front page there? Where's that on your page? Where are you? Where are you?
Multiply by 8 times 3.
Yeah, where is that?
I think it's 2 slides. 2 more slides. I think.
There it is. Thank you. All right, here's what we're going to do. Now, if you guys look, you guys have to know this. You guys have to know this. The first term is A, this is B, the number by itself is C. Okay? So circle that on your front page there. You have to know that. Let's see, 3x, okay. Plus 2x minus 8. We're going to do you know what? We're going to do this first one. We'll go back to that one. We'll do this one first since it's written right here. Okay. I want to multiply what, guys? This is step 1. Here's A, here's C. Multiply. What's 3 times negative 8? Okay, there's step 1. Negative 24. Now, step 2. Okay, find 2 numbers and multiply together. So what multiplies to get me negative 24? That adds to get me what? Negative 2. So that's what we have to do right now. Oh, man. Why don't we just yell? Does anyone want to yell anything? Does anyone feel like yelling? What do you want to yell?
I don't know.
Well, then why'd you raise your hand?
I was thinking about it.
You want to yell, Zach?
I'll yell.
What do you want to yell?
Go to
No, you guys don't. All right, listen. So, what multiplies? Okay, so the numbers have to be what? Opposite. Have a difference of negative 2. What are some things that multiply to 24 that have a difference of 2? Forget about the signs right now. 6 and 4. Does everybody agree? 6 and 4. Now, does the 6 or the 4 have to be bigger since it's negative? 2. What do you think? The 6 has to be bigger. Does everybody agree? Okay, negative 6 times 4 is negative 24. Negative 6 plus 4 is negative 2. Now, here's what we're going to do. Watch this. Watch this. First of all, let's rewrite this. Here's step 3. Rewrite your original equation. Okay? Is everybody with me? Now, what's it say to do? What's going to be our new x's, guys? Does everybody see that? That's going to be our new x's. Where do they need to go? We're going to replace that. So here's what we write. 3x squared minus, I'm getting them right here, 6x plus 4x, and then minus 8. Now, I want you to look at something. To see if this makes sense. Look at the original problem up here, negative 2x. Guys, what's negative 6 plus 4? Did I change the equation? No, I just renamed. I wrote negative 2x in a different way. I wrote it negative 6x plus 4x. Okay, now, once we get to this point, we're going to do what we did on the last warm-up problem day. We're going to factor by grouping. Okay, factor by grouping. So look at the first two. We're going to look at these two, then those two. Okay? So what can I factor out of 3x squared minus 6x? What do you think, Logan? Logan, I think he said 3x. Do you guys agree? Okay, that's my first GCF. So write it down. Parenthesis. What's 3x squared divided by 3x, guys? What's left? Liv, what's left? Yes. Remember, if guys, look. If you're ever in doubt, what's 3x times x? Should be what I start with, 3x squared. Okay, what about negative 6 divided by 3? Negative 6x divided by 3x. What's left, guys? Negative 2. Negative 2. Now, we're done with this. We're done with that. What do I got? I got to factor that now. What's my GCF? What can I take out of 4x and negative 8? Or just 8? 2? Bigger. I want to divide by 4. So that's my GCF. Don't forget to write plus 4 there. That's my GCF. What's 4x divided by 4? Negative 8 divided by 4. And what should I have, guys? I should have the same in the parenthesis if I did it right. Okay, now we're almost done. That's the hard part. Son of a nutcracker sweet. What's my GCF on both terms? Tamara? Yeah. Yes, that's what they both have. I'm taking that out of both. I'm taking that out and that out. What's left? What's left, Jonathan? That goes in my second parenthesis. Now, I'm not going to do this, but you can see, guys, if I would FOIL that, what would we get? We'd get our original equation. Okay? We'd get our original equation. All right? Do we have... let's just go to this one. Okay, what's my first step? Multiply what? A and C, not 3x, 3 times 16. This is step 1. What's 3 times 16? Luca, 3 times 16. 48. 48. Okay, so what multiplies to 48 but adds to what? Okay, so watch. Everybody watch. Both my signs are going to be what? The same. They're both going to be both negative here. So give me some things that multiply to 48. What are some factors of 48? They're both negative. Got this, got that. Does that add to negative 16? No. What else? 2 and 20, negative 2 and what? Negative 24. Does that add to negative 16? No. What else? Does 3 go in? Negative 3 and what? Negative.
16.
Does that equal negative 16? Obviously not. What else? Guys, you have calculators right there, and you guys are staring at my forehead. I don't understand. Okay. What's negative 4 plus a negative 12? There's my answer. Now, we need to replace the negative 16x with what? Negative 4x and negative 12x. Does everybody agree? So I'm going to replace this. So it's going to be 3x squared. And it doesn't matter which one you write first. Okay, minus 4x minus 12x plus 16. Do you guys see what we did? We replaced this with our numbers that we want. Now, factor by grouping. Factor by grouping. What goes into 3x squared and 4x? 1 what? X. I want to take an X out of both. Okay, you guys factor that first one. 3x squared divided by x. What am I left with? Should have an answer. Nope. It's not 3. Has to be 3x. How about negative 4x divided by x? Okay, now look at the second terms. What's my first term start with? What sign? So what's that tell me? My GCF has to be a negative. What's it going to be? Negative 3? You're going like this, Matt. That's 3. I agree with you. Okay, so write negative 4 here. Okay, what's negative 12 to 4x? Hello. Negative 12x divided by negative 4. 3 what, guys? Don't forget that x. How about 16 divided by negative 4? Nice. No, not 4x, just negative 4. Now, did I do it right? What's in my parentheses? My GCF. That's good. That's what I'm writing down. Negative 3x plus minus 4. Excuse me. Okay, what's left? X minus 4. Want to try one, Matthew?
Sure. Oh.
No.
I
Mr. Westfall. His first name's not Matt. I was just testing. His first name's Mr.
My parents just knew.
You're going to teach? What's his first name? Mr.
I got a friend whose brother, his first name's Major. He's in the military.
Yeah? No. He's not Major. Well, they don't go by first name, though. Oh, so this Major.
Yeah. Okay.
But if his name's Major Johnson, he can't be a private.
So then,
That's funny.
his dad was also Major, but was not military. He used to get military discounts all the time.
I'm Major Stevens. Sir, do you want that military discount? Yes, I do. That's funny.
All right. We're looking for our product, our terms to multiply to what? Matthew. Negative 18. All right. So let's get it going. Evan, give me numbers that multiply to negative 18. Negative 9, right? But they need to do what? To what number? Positive 7 or negative 7? Positive 7. All right. Well, that's negative 7. What about negative 2 and positive 9? Positive 7, right? So you could guess and check at this, or you could start to predict what's going to happen here. Leah, allow me to help you. What's confusing?
That part we just did.
Finding the numbers?
Yeah.
Why is that?
I just don't get it. I mean, I can see how to get it, but I just.
Do you see that we're reverse foiling?
Yeah.
Remember when we did the F? You guys are stressing out about this, but it's not that bad. Like, wasn't it this one's? We had to factor those. Warmed up with the foil, didn't you?
I know how.
When you guys warmed up.
Right, number 3.
There it was. That wasn't it. I thought they foiled some to start.
Yeah,
Was
starting
that
out
warm-up?
the number 1.
There it was.
Right there.
There it was. Now look, all eyes up here. You guys are if you're stressing out, you're stressing out about nothing. All right, we're gonna keep practicing this. Do you agree? This is what we're given in this problem. Everybody agree? That's what we're given in the problem. That's where we're starting now. What's the next step? We take the two numbers that Evan just gave us, and we write them out like this. This is step 2. Do you agree? Then we factor by grouping and get to step 3. We're doing this process in reverse. So what are we doing? We're trying to find these magic numbers that go here that will give us a factor by grouping that will get us to this version. Okay. So let's see if we work backwards. Okay. We would have 3x squared. Then what? Now, did you show them how to switch the numbers?
Yeah, substitute them in there.
But negative 2x or 9x first?
What do you mean?
Like, did you do the plus 9x next, or did you do minus 2x next?
Oh, I didn't.
Did you show them
I
that?
did not show them that.
This is where we're going to have a little bit of insight. Don't write this down yet, okay? Don't write this down yet. Do you agree addition can be done in any order? So is it going to be minus 2x plus 9x? Minus 6? Or is it going to be 3x squared? I could have done 9x first, couldn't I? Those will both do what we're asking it to do. Don't both of these add up to 7x? I don't know what order it is because addition can be done in any order. This is where you have to have a little bit of insight and know what the next step is. Aaliyah, what's the next step? We factor out the
Sections.
greatest common factor, right? GCF. Okay. Oops. Thank you.
Aaliyah,
Mine's.
are you getting stuck on the negative 18? You just multiply the first number times the second number,
Yeah.
or the last number. I mean, that's how we get negative 18 there.
I think what's confusing me is like the negative signs, and then which ones are supposed to be negative, which ones are supposed to be positive.
What's 2? Do these multiply to negative 18? 2 and negative 9. Do 2 and negative 9 multiply to negative 18?
Yes.
Yes, but do they add to 7? No. So that's not it. But if I switch them, then they will add to 7. Okay. This is just to help you see which number pair to pick. Okay. Is everybody good to this point? Now, my next step is to factor out the GCF. What if I wrote it like this? All eyes up here. What if I wrote it like this? Do you agree just x would be the GCF? What's the GCF in this one? 3x. You with me? So let's pick this one and go with it. If I factor out a 3x, what's 3x squared with a 3x factored out? Careful. just x, right? What's a 9x with a 3x factored out? Remember, this is reverse multiplying, okay? If we factor, we're dividing. If we FOIL, we're multiplying. So check it. What's 3x times 3? Yeah, it's 9x. We're good. Now, next term. What's the GCF between negative 2x and negative 6? Negative 2. I want to pick negative 2 so that when I factor it out, I get what's left in the first term? X. I want it to be x. These have to be the same. X plus 3. I better get x plus 3 right here. What's negative 6 divided by negative 2? Plus 3. Now, back up to this one. Look up here real quick. I could have pulled an x out of here. I could have pulled a 3 out of here, right? But they wouldn't have had they still would have been correct. It's just I would have gotten a different inside what was left over. Does that make sense? So you could be checking your answer with someone else and they might have done it correctly. And you both might have the second step a little different. All right. Now, they both have an x plus 3. So if I pull out an x plus 3, out of this term, there's a 3x left. If I pull out an x plus 3 out of the second term, there's a minus 2 left. X plus 3 times 3x minus 2. Whereas this person might have had a 3x minus 2 times an x plus 3. But again, multiplication can be done in any order. Those are both correct. Question? Was that it? Yeah, multiplication is in any order. 3 times 2 is the same as 2 times 3. I know this is kind of tricky. All right, let's do one more. Do number 5 up here. All right, I want you guys to come up with the numbers. Multiply and that. I'll let you come up with the numbers, but what do they have to multiply to? Positive 20. And they have to add to negative 9. Add to negative 9. Did you get negative 5x and negative 4x?
No.
You knew once they multiplied to a positive and added to a negative, they're both going to be negative, right? Did anybody write negative 4x and then a negative 5x? That's fine too. That's fine too. Is that what you got? Did you get that? X minus 2 times 2x minus 5. With those signs. Good news. You should never get one of these wrong. Foil it out. See if it, I'm not saying right now, but you can foil it out and see if you get the original. Does that make sense? All right. Homework 7 through 12 all. Page 401, 7 through 12 all. Make sure you write the original problem down. If you don't know if it's right or not, go ahead and foil it out. Make sure you're getting the right answer. All right? You can always check these. Any questions before you leave?
All right. Have a great day.